Hey, oh shit, just turned my volume all the way down. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday. Okay, there we go. All right, turn this down. It is Saturday. I am about to be leaving home to get to the shop. Today at the shop, we are having tamales y café. And we're talking witchcraft. So, everybody's been loving my tamales. I'm like, yes. I love it when I cook and everybody likes my food. Like, it makes me feel, it's like another one of those things that just makes me feel good. Like, I feel good inside when people love my food. So, today's topic is one that I have chosen for myself. Good morning, Missy. Good morning, Dam. Today's topic is one that I have chosen for myself because I feel that it is a very important, it's very important to touch on. It's very important to make others aware. And when you bring, and I'm over here blending in my contour. It's important to make others aware of things that can empower you and things that will take power from you. So, and this isn't a video that was requested or anything. This is just one that I was just like, you know, let me talk about this today because you know, it's something I talk about a lot when people come into the shop. I get to have like these one-on-one conversations with everybody, you know, that's there. And I know that there are some things that people are not aware of that don't have, that are not very close to the shop to be able to just stop on by or anything like that. So I figure I want to kind of give you guys a little bit of the information that I give people that come into my shop. And the biggest part of what we do at Spiritual Vibes and the Soul Sisters is when people leave from our shop, they leave feeling empowered. They leave feeling in control. They leave feeling like they've just been awakened. Like they just got, you know, this new knowledge has just been poured onto them, and now it's like they have a different outlook on situations that's going on in their life, on people that are in their lives, on how it is that they feel about themselves and their outlook on life in general. So I want to give people the same experience as if you guys had came into the shop and had a talk with me. So yeah, so the name of this video is Conditioned to Doubt Our Power. So you guys got to think about this. Okay, I'm gonna start from when we're children, right? We're children, you know, I don't know, and maybe not everybody grew up in a household like this, but when you grew up in a household, and I'm speaking for myself as a Hispanic woman, our families, well, from my generation, our parents were very strict. Don't ask nothing, do what I tell you to do. Don't ask me why, don't ask me how come, just go do it. And go do it now. I want you to do it now. Don't ask me, if I tell you something, I want you to do it right now that I'm telling you to do it. Because that's the whole reason of why I'm saying it right now. So this conditioning makes us as children, we already start to feel like we're not in control of certain things. We feel like there's a higher power above us, which is our parents. And when they say do something, you better jump. You better jump. You better put some pep in your step. You better go and do it, and you better do it right. Because if mom or dad has to get up and do it, what they just asked you to do, is gonna be one. That's how it was in my family. But I mean, it taught a lot of things. So I guess there is a good and a bad to everything, but it did teach us responsibility. We were taught responsibility. We were taught that we can't live in dirty houses. We were taught that we need to clean up after ourselves. We were taught that you know, to have a certain kind of independence. And sisters, you have to take care of them. So being I'm the oldest girl within my siblings. I'm the oldest girl. My brother had moved out. You know, he was staying with my dad and my grandma and stuff like that. So he didn't really have to deal with so much at home. Whereas me and my older brother, we're the only two that had the same mom and dad. Everybody else had either a different dad or a different mom. So within the household that I grew up in, my home, I had my two brothers and my sister, whereas my mom, she had been a single mom through all of us. She's always been the single mom. So her being the single mom, I had to step up and play, you know, the dad role almost. Well, not really dad role, but I had to, you know, go and pick up my brothers and sisters from school. I had to cook for them. I had to make sure, you know, that they did their homework. I had to do all these things that it took away from my education because I had to drop out of school to be able to help my mom to raise them. So there's this conditioning that I'm letting you know that goes on, whereas I felt like I had no choice. I felt like I had no options. I felt like what I was being told was what I had to do. Otherwise, there was going to be consequences and repercussions. So this conditioning that we start out with as children, already this power is being taken away from us. You know, so then and it's no fault of our parents, you know, because they're only doing what they learned. It's taught behavior. You are a product of your environment. So when parents do certain things to their children, it's because it was something that was done to them. So throughout childhood, we're already being programmed into thinking that we don't have control of our own lives, that our lives are being controlled. And there's a higher power. So okay, as children, then we start to grow up a little bit more, and some of us, even from a very young age, some of us come from religious families. Religious families push their children into religion. Then you go to church, and they start you know, and this is the thing, is that it's all done right in front of everybody's face. They will separate the children from the adults. They will take the children into another room where they can get them to memorize scriptures and give them little treats and little prizes for remembering it. This remembering a scripture is a brainwash. So that, again, we're in a controlled environment. We're being separated from our parents, who we already feel have a certain power over us, only going with other adults who practice this religion, that we are getting pushed into this belief. And again, we have no control, but we're being brainwashed, and we're being fed information that has been altered to be able to put us in a state of mind where we don't have control, because they teach us that everything that we do is bad. Sex before marriage is bad. All these sins, all of these sins that they teach us, they're teaching us rules. So just like our parents, from being when we're children, they already started putting into us, when we tell you to do something, do it. Don't ask me why, don't ask me questions, just do it. Then we got religion, feeding us all this bullshit, putting all these, you know, making us feel bad, as if every day that we live, we're living in sin, and we should feel guilty, and we should repent, and we should, like, all these things. So then we have religion. Then we have society. Society is another one. Society takes control over us because we feel like we need to fit in to what everybody else is doing. What everybody else, we're afraid to tell people we're witches because we don't want them to look at us a different way. We're afraid to tell people we're gay because we don't want to lose friends. We don't want our family to all of a sudden hate us. We stay in the closet so much because we're afraid of what society is going to think about us. So this is another way that everything controls. All these outer sources are controlling what is the power that is within you. So once you start to break away, and believe it or not, the people that don't give a fuck, these are the most powerful, because they don't care what anybody is going to have to say about what it is that they think, what it is that they feel, what it is that they believe in. They don't care what nobody else thinks about it. They give themselves this freedom of breaking away from all of these controlled environments. The control of our parents, the control of religion, the control of society. You have the power to break away from this. And you might lose friends, you might lose family, you might lose certain connections that you've had in your life. But know that those connections were all superficial. They weren't deep-rooted connections, because if they were deep-rooted connections, they would love you and they would care about you no matter what it is that you felt you were being true to yourself about. But to lie to yourself, to portray yourself to be somebody or something that you're not, only to gain acceptance from others, the only person that you need acceptance from is yourself. If you feel good about you, if you're passionate about what you do, what you believe in, then be that. Because ultimately, we're not here to live for others. We're not, our living and our existence is not to make others happy. It's to make ourselves happy, and also to lead by example. Come out of this box, this closet that you put yourself in, because you'd be surprised how many of you there actually are out there that need that same guidance, that need that same strength, that need that same encouragement, that need to see it is not that hard to break away from controlling shackles. It's really not. And once you start to do it, you start to gain this power where you no longer give a fuck. You don't care anymore. You don't care about the people that walk out of your lives. You start to care more about the little bit of amount of people that stayed with you through everything. You start to care more about them because you know that those are the people who are not going to leave you, at least not for this moment. And those are the ones who matter, not the little simple friendships that you lose here and there. That shit don't matter. Because they weren't friends with you because of who you were. They were friends with you because of who you portrayed yourself to be. So knowing that when you're staying true to yourself and you're loving yourself, and these other people walk out on your life, wave goodbye to them. Bye. Kick rocks. Because if me being me makes you feel uncomfortable, then we're not on the same wavelength. We're not on the same vibration. And that's another thing, is that a lot of people throw this word vibes around. Good vibes, healing vibes, loving vibes. They don't even know what the fuck vibes is. They don't know what a vibe is. Vibe is short for vibration. Vibration it's a frequency that you give off. So when people say I got a good vibe from somebody, it's because you pick up you're picking up on transmitted energy, and you're a receptor. So when you receive this transmitted energy, it comes to you as a certain feeling. You get a feeling off of that vibration. So when people are like, oh, vibe this, vibe, a lot of times they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Ask somebody, when they throw that word out there, be like, what do you mean by vibe? See what they got to tell you, because a lot of people don't know, because they see things, they pick up on it as if it's a trend, but are they really living it? That's the thing. They want to talk about good vibes, but they're out here judging people, talking shit about people behind their back, stirring up drama, and they want to talk about good vibes. Bitch, be a good vibe. Good vibe or goodbye, one of the two. But you cannot be this ugly individual inside and talk about good vibes and vibing. You can't do that because your vibe, it's not even a vibe. That's a low frequency that doesn't even have a vibe. You're not sending out a vibration. You're sending out a low frequency, a low energy that when you're sending out good vibes, people can feel it. It's almost like an electric current that comes into them, and they get this really good feeling. It's almost like a natural high. When you're around people like that, those are the people that you want to be around, because that same energy, it's transmitted. It goes from one person to the next person to the next person. If that is an energy that you connect with, surround yourself with that. Be that energy and spread that energy throughout the world, because that is how we are going to take over all this bullshit that's going on in our environments, in our country. That is what it is. We just like disease and illness can spread through contact, we are able to spread happiness, good health, joy, fulfillment, strength. We are able to do the same thing that all these sicknesses are doing, and we can take back the power of our people by doing so. But that's the thing, is that people would rather empower themselves than empower others, and that's greedy. That right there, you're not sending out good vibes. You're being greedy and you're being self-centered. So that's, yeah. Sorry, I get worked up. Boy, I get worked up. Let me read y'all's comments because I just got here to the shop. Let's see. Oh, Dom, hey babe. He joined us. He said, yes, I finally caught a live stream. Get it? Yes, here in the flesh. Hi, Drea. Dom says your food is obviously magical. Yes, Dom. Intention is the most tasty ingredient. Let's see. He's saying hello, everyone. Everyone's saying hi to Dom. I have been trying to get in touch with you. It's about something in your shop. Oh, Missy. Yes, girl, call me or text me. That is going to be the best way. I don't know if you've texted me, but calling me is so much better, because my text messages, like I'm still catching up with text messages from like last week. It's hard for me. Even messages, even Facebook messages, I get messages every day. So if it's something that you like need to contact me, give me a call, because then we can get everything all straightened out. Oh, sis just got here. She's like, good morning, everyone. Good morning, sis. She just got here right now. That was her that beeped. Oh, Drea says, I caught you live, sis. Yes, Drea. She said, hi, Red. Everyone's saying hi to Red. Good morning, Trini. Let's see. Drea said, been you since 4 this morning. Oh, been up since 4 this morning watching the wedding. I'm assuming it's the I think it's like the royal wedding. I think. I don't know. I don't keep up with stuff, but Dom says, this is why I love my mom and dad. I was always told to ask questions, to question everything. Yes, Dom, that's good. And you know what? That's what like your generation is. It's like a little bit more. It's changed, you know. But I'm sure if you ask your mom or your dad what it was like for them to grow up, they're probably gonna tell you the same thing. Like, don't ask questions. If I tell you go do them dishes, don't even ask me why or nothing. And if I'm asking you, I want it done right now. Let's see. Missy says, so true. Oh, Golden Lady joined us. Hello, sister. She said, thanks so much for speaking on this. I just woke up and was just thinking about these things too. Have a great day, Ashe. Ashe to you, sister. Let's see. Trini said, I needed to hear this morning. So true. Oh, I'm glad, Trini. Drea said, I needed this, sis. I'm glad, Drea. I'm so glad that I was, and you know, I felt so called to touch on this topic, and this is something that I could literally, like, this video is not going to be enough information. I could literally go on and on and on and on and talk about all of it, because these are not only the only things that condition us. They're everything that we do, every decision that we make every day is forming a conditioned pattern within us. Even the things that we eat, the things that we say, the thoughts that we have, they condition everything that it is, what we believe life is, what we believe is within us, what we believe we're capable of doing, when we're capable of all things, but we limit ourselves because of these conditions that we have been under, this conditioned thinking that has been taught to us, that has been forced upon us, and to break out of that, that is taking your power back. And sometimes breaking out of that puts you in uncomfortable situations, whether it be feelings or arguments with others. Sometimes it does put you in uncomfortable situations, but know that anytime that you are feeling uncomfortable within yourself, that is a sign of growth. That is a sign of development. That is a sign of moving past these shackles that have been put on you since you've been born. So know that, and as long as you've been alive, this is how long this controlled behavior has been. This learn to be submissive behavior has started since you were a child. So know that all these years that you've lived like this, I'm 32 now, but I have started my path, I started my path about 5 years ago. So I still have a long way to go, because 5 years ago I wasn't I'm no longer that person that I was before these 5 years had started. But you think about it, as long as it took for this conditioning to begin, is as long as it's going to take for you to uncondition yourself. Every day is a learning process. You are never going to learn everything, because you're always going to, and that's the beauty of it. You're always going to be enlightened to something new, whether it be a new outlook, just new information. But as long as you keep feeding yourself this new information, you're not stunting your growth, your development. You're allowing yourself to keep on going and keep on going and keep on going. And that's the struggle with it. It's not easy. It's not for everybody. Not everybody is going to get here within this lifetime. Sometimes it might take 5 lifetimes, 6 lifetimes for them to get to where it is that they all of a sudden want to be spiritually awakened and aligned with the divine. But it's not for everybody. Not everybody is gonna want to be there. So if the people around you don't want to be there, you got to make that choice. Do I want to stay with company, or do I want to move forth? Because that is another control right there. The control of a bond between other people and yourself is a control, because you don't want to leave these people behind, because you're so loyal to your friendships and so loyal to your connections and your relationships that you allow yourself to stay stagnant, only to stay eye to eye with the people who are around you. But here's the thing, is that when you grow, these people have to make the choice and the decision to either stay where they're at or care about you so much that they're open to listening and to hearing out what it is that you have to tell them to be able to get from here to here. And if they can't get there, if it's not within them to get there, then you need to be okay with saying, I have to move on. And there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Dom says, love Nina's talks, so inspirational. Oh, thank you so much. Golden Lady says, when I started not giving a fuck, I started living. Yes, Golden Lady, she's at 100. Yes. Erica said, hey Nina, good morning sister, you tell them. Thank you so much, sister. Drea says, with me being an empath, I feel people being fake. Yes, that's the thing too, is that an empath, being an empath is both a blessing and a curse at the same time, because sometimes you're like, I didn't want to know that this person was fake, but the person being fake, it could be your mom, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you can't allow a label to take away from that intuitive feeling that you're getting about this person. It doesn't matter who they are or what connection you have with them. But so that's why sometimes being an empath is kind of hard, because you struggle between your intuition and your ego, that your ego puts up with this fight with this intuition telling you, no, that's your mom, you can't think that, you can't feel that way about her, blah blah blah, she gave you life, she brought you into this world. That is all ego talking, when you should be going with your intuition, with your instincts. Let's see, I'm gonna try to hurry up because I gotta get in there and get ready for everybody to get here. Let's see. Let's see. I can't stand how people talk shit about things like Meghan and Harry. So what if she's black? As long as they love each other, that's all that matters. Yes, yes. She said, I can't stand racism in this world. That's right, Drea. Oh, Lil Red says, if you're the black sheep of the family, be proud. It's because you had the guts to be different, to see differently. That was me, and I've never changed. Yes, sis, and I am blessed to have you. I love you, sister. She said, oh, Missy says, I love when you talk about things like this. I'm glad, Missy. Trini says, I always worry about what people will think of who I am, so I keep who I am to myself. That's the thing, Trini, is living life. A life without purpose is not living. So you got to think about that and really implant that within yourself. A life without purpose is not living. So if you're not living your purpose, you're not living life. You're living to satisfy other people around you, when these people around you are not loving you for you. They're loving you for who you make them believe you are. So you got to think about that, Trini. You know, just kind of keep that in mind, because everybody should be living life to the fullest. And to the fullest not meaning being crazy and wilding out, but to the fullest meaning to your full potential, to your full capacity. See, Drea says, I'm learning to not give a fuck. I'm just going to do me and take care of mine. Yes, Drea, that's right. Missy says, I'm 48 and I have been practicing over 20 years and I'm always learning. That's right. Yes, that's right. What are y'all doing? Okay. Let's see. Erica said, yes, Little Red Witch, proud family of black sheeps. LOL. 4 black sheeps. Yes, Dom, he said, true, ma. Erica says, ain't that right, Dom? Love you, son. Drea says, yep, so true, says be you. That's right. Red says, Trini, that and be the reason you're not soaring the way you want. Trini says, that's true, Nina. My mom keeps telling me the same thing you just said. You're right, Little Red Witch. Yes, yes, Trini. And you're gonna see like the difference in your happiness. You don't realize true happiness until you start being true to yourself. Then you start to know what happiness is, what true happiness means. Because a lot of us have this superficial way of thinking that what we think is making us happy is really not. So okay, you guys, I'm gonna let y'all go because the landscapers are here and they're making a bunch of noise and all up in my camera. You see this guy? All up in my camera trying to see what I'm doing. Mind your business. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get in there and I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Thank you so much for riding with me today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed this discussion, please give this video a thumbs up, and don't be shy to share this with anybody who needs to hear this message today. So I will see you guys later. Blessed be.